Welcome to Barajas, a little historical town bit just outside of Madrid airport. I wanted to share with you some of the amazing sights that I've seen on the Camino de Madrid that I just completed. It's absolutely incredible and I fully recommend it to you, but maybe not as a first Camino. And you'll see why that is later in the video. I'm walking this Camino with Dan, who loves taking pictures of windows and visiting supermarkets. Camino de Madrid is a 323-kilometre Camino which goes from Madrid to Sahagun, which is the halfway point of Camino Frances. And after a delicious coffee, time to grab an Uber to the starting point, Madrid. And I'm starting my Camino on the same day as the Madrid Marathon. I think I'm just around the corner now from the Church of St James and John the Baptist, where I can get everything started. There are no signs anywhere but going to the left hand side and through these doors. For a small donation, you can get your stamp and you're ready to go. Well, I've got my shiny new credential for Camino de Madrid. So exciting times ahead. Here we go. I've got my stamp. Are you thinking of going to the bathroom, use the bathroom, Dan?
Yeah. Oh.
What the hell is that? Careful how you sit down, mate. This really is hard work trying to get to Plaza de Castile. I feel like a salmon swimming upstream. This feels nice now, still trying to get out of the city. And Dan's just bought me a cornetto, thank you Dan.
Did I mention that?
I know you're eating yours much quicker than mine.
Yep.
Must have you did it. It's taken us an absolute age to get anywhere because we keep stopping to record things, but it's so great to be back on Camino again with things to film and memories to make. so unusually, I don't know if it's because it's a Sunday, but the albergues can't get any answer on it, really struggle, can't find anywhere. So I had to resort to the booking website and found, as well as a whole lot of dogs, I found a hotel that was running at half price. Two kilometres to Camino de Santiago, but I think going by this that I'm currently on the Camino de Santiago. As far as difficulty goes, day one from Madrid to Tres Cantos would be easy, in my opinion. So it's a nice way to get started on a Camino and get used to your pack and everything if you've not been training with it too much. And for people that are unsure about whether to take Gore-Tex shoes or the non-waterproof variety that I do, I thought I would just time this. So you've just seen that I've walked straight through a creek sort of thing there, so my feet are completely soaking wet, and it's 10 minutes before 11, so I thought I'd just see how long it takes until my feet are dry. They do dry really quick when they're non-waterproof, and see if it's worth it. This is beautiful. I am thoroughly enjoying today, no question. Well, so much for my shoe drying experiment. How many of these water crossings are there? Okay, I give up. The second they start to get dry, there's another crossing. Well, difficulty level for the first half of day 2 is still easy. Well, the fountain doesn't work, but at least I'm coming into town now. Everything seems closed. Can't seem to get a coffee anywhere. There was nowhere open at all, but at least I found a supermarket to get a bit of bargain lunch while I let my feet dry in the town square. just on the outskirts of town now. I've not been able to get a nice hot cup of coffee because there's something going on with power cuts all the way across Spain and Portugal. I'm not sure if it's all the way across Europe, but of course nobody can make me a coffee because there's no electric, there's no internet either. So it's going to be quite interesting to see what happens. Hopefully it's nothing serious, but it's on the news in the UK as well, so I think something major may have happened. Hope everybody's all right and there's nothing too serious. As I walk towards this beautiful panorama with snow-capped mountains, the whole excitement of Camino caught me, along with a little bit of doubt about whether I was right not to have bought a sleeping bag. Well, in the afternoon of today, as we approach the snowy mountain peaks, it's got a tiny bit more difficult. So if it was 1 out of 5 so far for the Camino, it's just moved up to 2 out of 5. And there's still no electricity as we approach the only available albergue in town. That's a massive €30 for a bed. It was okay, it was clean enough, but I would suggest that €20 may be a better price for this albergue. Bit expensive. Well, with the castle viewed, time to get some sleep. Exciting day ahead tomorrow. Good morning, everybody. Day 3 of Camino de Madrid. I'm leaving something that sounds like Manzanares, El Real, going on what the man in the albergue this morning told me is, in his opinion, the most beautiful stage of the entire Camino. And I've got to tell you, yesterday was pretty fantastic in itself, so I'm excited about today. Well, this is probably the easiest day of all so far. A nice flat track, beautiful view of the rocks in the park on the right hand side. No services again, so make sure you bring enough water and snacks if you want them. But what a beautiful Camino. I'm not sure where I'm going to be staying tonight. I'm going to leave it in the hands of fate again. But I'm hoping it's going to start getting a bit cheaper because I'm already quite a bit over budget for this Camino, with albergues costing €30 and stuff like, and needing a hotel and that sort of thing. So hopefully from now on we can start finding municipals at normal Camino sort of rates. Well, that was easy. 7.5k walked on very flat, easy terrain, very pretty. It's a nice runny tortilla as well, just how I like it. Well, the hill out of this town is no joke. This is very much like the start of the Napoleon route out of St. John. I'm out of breath. I was not expecting this. Just bought a drink as well. I'll enjoy it when I get to the top. Well, difficulty level is still an easy 1 or a 2, but for a short time at least today, it moved up to 3.5.
I will get close to your heartache if you want to open your door.
You've got to keep your eyes peeled on this bit in the forest just before Cercedilla, I think it's called. Very easy to get lost, I'd say here. Oh, there's 2 arrows actually. Just couldn't see them when I first looked. I think I'm too old for that there. Apparently you can stay here. Pellegrino's allowed to stay upstairs, but it's just cold, hard floor according to the guy in there.
No, I think it's mats. So I'm gonna stay. Adios.
That is not.
Yeah, no.
I don't think I've been suffering with my shoulder, and there's no way that I can lie on some kind of thin bit of rubber in there. So I'm gonna have to either walk on or see if there's something else in town. If you do want to stay in that leisure centre, it's about €5. So we were able to get a twin room and share the cost. So it's going to have costed me about 17 euros for the night, which is half the price of what the albergue was last night.
I can see it in your eyes that you're shaking 'cause you're holding it back.
So it's a bit more comfortable, and I've just ordered chaos, which is tripe, we call it in England, like a cow's stomach lining, but it's a delicacy here, and I tried it first in Portugal and thought it was fantastic. Good morning, everybody. This is day 4 now of Camino de Madrid. I'm leaving Cercedilla, heading to the very famous Segovia. This apparently is the most strenuous day of the whole thing, and it certainly is, because I'm carrying food for lunch, some water for me, and a whole lot of extra water for Dan, who must be part fish. Wish me luck as I go up to the highest point on any Camino in Spain. Hello everybody, this is Manuel. He's 85 today.
And his birthday.
And 85 today, a birthday, and he's climbing up this that we're struggling with. I'm full of admiration for this man.
Hi.
Fantastic.
Welcome to Spain.
Well, the difficulty level has definitely gone up a notch here. Lots of loose rocks and incline that just keeps going up and up and up. I'm at the top. I think this is the high point. Wow, that was a good one. 5,876 feet according to my watch, and there's quite a few things here about Jose Antonio and Camino de Santiago de Madrid, so I think this is the top, and it's all downhill from here to Segovia. Downhill in a good way, of course. Well, if the path's like this all the way down, this is very pleasant walking. I'd be more than happy with this. I nearly went a bit of a longer way there. Immediately after the top point, it splits very discreetly into a walking path and a bike track, and if you stay on the road, it looks like it'll be a bit of a longer distance. This is where the way splits here at the 591 kilometre mark, because I can see a yellow arrow over the road there. So I think that's for bikes that goes to Passadra de Navalhorno or something like that. Quite a lot longer route, but I'm sure if you're on a bike you'll hardly feel that going downhill. But if you're on foot, you carry on along here. Segovia, beautiful town, so many churches, of course the great big aqueduct, viaduct, big Roman bridge, but it's very touristy here. I couldn't find anywhere to get a stamp. Luckily the tourist office opened because it's Labour Day today and a lot of places are closed. It's a Spanish holiday, but managed to get a stamp in the end. None of the shops and bars and coffee shops sort of thing have got stamps like they normally would. It was great to see, but now it's a 33k day off into the Meseta of Spain. Cannot even get a stamp at the church. Wow. Well, the first town, Zamarala or whatever, came up pretty fast. Everything seems to be closed in it. There's the municipal albergue right here. Oh, it's saying you go round the back, but that's the municipal in town. It's 30 minutes further on from Segovia, so it might not be a bad place to stay actually here. Nice quiet little town. It's another 33k day then across this vast meseta of Spain. The big worry is I can't seem to get hold of anybody to try and find somewhere to sleep for tonight. Not really somewhere that I want to be out, certainly with these rain clouds coming, but hopefully I can find something. Wish me luck. checked this fountain out for more water, but it's another one in disrepair. It's the smell of the country right there. Los Huertos. There are some workmen with their power tools going, playing some music, and everything else just seems asleep. I can't find anywhere again for a nice cup of coffee or a oh, hang on, or can I? Los Huertos Bar. Look at that, you beauty. Yes. Nom nom nom. Dan should be here soon, so I'll get him a nice cold alcohol-free beer in. I owe him for that cornetto from a few days ago anyway. But if you find the dry bit, it's like walking on a nice soft carpet today. It's a long day, but it's an easy day. It's nice. Well, this is Ain and can't really see where the municipal albergue would be if it was open. See a sign here with a Camino and it says bar.
Bar over here, yeah.
So maybe it's somewhere nearby, but it's no good to us anyway if it's closed.
No.
Will probably be a nice pleasant night here with a albergue. They should open it. Come on, support the Camino. Open the albergue. Well, this is a shame that the albergue looks like it's been closed and fell into disrepair for a few years now. I think if more people gave some of these beautiful Caminos a chance, it'd be busier and some of the places would stay open. Well, luckily the only place to stay in town is a roadside hostel full of bullfighting enthusiasts, and it's cost us €30 each to get a twin room. Don't be alarmed, everything's alright, that's just the way I sleep. It's strange how the weather can make everything seem more melancholy, but at least the Camino is now easier and we're back to level 1, easy, for the rest of the Camino. Heading to Coca today, which has got a castle again. So that looks like a very nice place, and by the looks of it, for the next 4 nights at least, there might be a chance of reasonably priced albergues again. To try and get the budget back down, because it's been an expensive first 5 days relatively. I did a little bit of Googling on all of this sap collection later on, because I really didn't know what it was used for. And although it's used for varnish and all those sort of things, I was surprised to learn it's also used in maple syrup. I can hear cuckoos all around in these woods. Oh, this is pretty awful. Sometimes Camino isn't about walking, it's about finding a supermarket, taking off your shoes and just sitting, having a laugh on a park bench. Look at this very cool waymarker, and this pilgrim has got a hat, which is very unlike me at the moment, because I've just realised I've lost mine at some point today. So don't be like me, be a careful pilgrim that takes care of their stuff. Well, it's raining a fair bit now, and I've got a feeling it's going to rain a whole lot more, so we need to cover about another 6k to Coca before the sky opens up on us. Despite it looking like the horror house from outside, it's clean but lacks light bulb, hot water, toilet paper, that sort of thing, but it's €5, so it's value. May as well go back outside, have a look at the castle and see what this festival's all about. Full festival going on in town tonight. Hopefully I can still find something to eat. I've got a packet of Cheetos otherwise. And I didn't even have to eat my Cheetos because Beatrice Doner Kebab was here. Perfect. This is day 7. The note in the albergue said that a stamp for the pilgrim credential is available at the library, but the library was closed. Hopefully I can find a bar. And of course I've found a bar. A couple of coffees and a pastry. Yay! Well, good morning, everybody. The bell was giving me a lovely send-off now as I'm leaving Coca to start day 7, the second half of Camino de Madrid. Gonna do a day alone today. Dan's already set off about an hour earlier. And I think this is a good thing that people sometimes miss on other Caminos, that you need your own space sometimes to collect your thoughts. It's great walking with people, but it's also to get the full effect. I think it's good to walk alone sometimes and let the Camino melt into you. I just contacted the albergue for tonight, and the tourist office where you collect the keys is only closed between 2:30 and 4 p.m. It opens for a little bit after 4, but they say they put the keys in the bar, the retirees bar. It sounds tailor-made for me, doesn't it?
Remember you and I would always find somewhere to hide when we were kids, so we could see and hear the water run. The river's gonna cry when you're gone.
And the supermarket was closed until tomorrow morning. But luckily we managed to find a bit of a bar just to get some snacks.
I was hoping you would stay, but I've always known you would go find your own way. I still see when we climbed up.
Well, that was a very comfortable night here in the Donativo albergue of Alcazaren. Very nice surprise. It's very small. It's right next to all the little hobbit houses, and it was clean, and it had hot water and light bulbs, which made it a league above where we stayed last night. You do have to let them know you come in, and you can pick up the keys then in either the tourist office, which is by the biggest church in the centre of town, the Plaza Mayor, or there's a bar you can almost see from the front door. Today it looks like it's going to absolutely throw it down with rain, so I'm wearing the least amount of clothes I possibly can because I'm going to have to dry them later. It's always worth a little search around town in the morning for me to get my coffee, and you get free churros at this one as well. I'm going to stick to the normal route and hope that the bridge isn't flooded. So Dan has gone a different way to me now. There are reports that this river has burst its banks a little bit, and that there's a bridge crossing that may be a little bit flooded. So Dan's decided to try and find an alternative route around. Well, it looks like there's a little bit of water ahead. I've got about another 15 kilometres to go, so a coffee in the next town would be nice. Well, luckily the path now goes parallel to the road, which is better than on the road, so big improvement. Found a bar that did a bit of food and offered a room, but they forgot that the room hadn't been cleaned yet. So while they do that, let's explore the castle. This is great. Castles everywhere. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes I feel I should have a tow rope, you know, just to help down. Good morning, everybody. Just left Simancas, which is an absolutely beautiful town. It's not one of the main stages according to Granze, and I'm pretty much not on the main stages for the rest of the way. Another 31k today to Castromonte, and I'll see what's available there. We just sent an email to another mid-stage stop of Tamariz de Campos, and it suggested that you give them 48 hours notice that you're coming, otherwise they don't bother opening. So looks like that one's sorted, and they may even do some kind of pilgrim meal for us within that. So that's going to be nice, and something very simple. I like simple. Well, welcome to Rainy Wamba. Rainy Wamba. It's a very sleepy town. All the coffee bars are closed. I'm guessing the big bony place, the ossuary, is probably closed. But it means I've got the town to myself here in, how did I say it? Rainy Wamba. Well, that looks like a monstrously big hill going up into this next town, Penaflor or something. Another hill. They're coming as a bit of a surprise today, but I think I'm nearly at the top. You know, I always find it disappointing that people walking through the beauty and history and culture and friendliness of Spain feel the need to do a bit of graffiti. It's not fun and it's not cool. If you were thinking of bringing a Sharpie or a spray can with you on Camino, please just don't. And that will be the albergue right there. It does look like it was a school. Oh, good, good. We just tried to ask where there'd be a bar or something to get some food, and they said it's Monday. Of course everywhere's closed. So yesterday we couldn't get anywhere because it was Sunday, so everywhere's closed. I'm hoping where we're going tomorrow, they don't all have a day off on Tuesday. The Camino provides again. The Hospitalero managed to talk the local butcher into opening up for 15 minutes, so we bought a steak each and cooked it in the albergue.
Buenos dias.
Good morning, buenos dias, amigo. Do you know what? I've never lost so much stuff on a Camino. I'm starting to have doubts about my mind. I've lost a pair of underpants. I've lost my hat. I realised yesterday I've lost my towel. I had to find the local shop and buy some microfiber cloths to use as a towel for the rest of the time. I nearly lost a charging cable that you found. I don't know what's happened to me.
I'm convinced everywhere will be closed for my morning coffee, what with it being Tuesday now, so I'll just make one. Da 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 da. A welcome of bells and song and a pilgrim. Pretty hungry now, so there's another town in 6k which really need to get some food or a shop or something. It's definitely not like Camino Frances, where there's a different place to get a bit of tortilla every 15 minutes. The day was saved because I managed to get a trail mix bar from our new friends Asterix and Obelix. It looks like there was once a pilgrim's office here on the entrance to Medina, but now the friends of the Camino seem to be not friends with it anymore. They've closed this down. What a shame. And just like that, the destination for today is coming into sight. You can always see the welcoming church on the horizon. Legs are much stronger now than the start by 10 days of walking Camino. A 30k day. isn't difficult at all. We couldn't find the bar to get the keys because it just doesn't look like a bar, but it's opposite the entrance to the albergue, which is the church. It's so cold. It's so cold.
I used to think Donativo albergues were a donation, but we were told exactly how much to pay.
The beauty of Camino is that we're smiling about this. Other than the freezing temperatures, the black mould and the armies of ants, I really like this place. It had character, and these are some of the things that you remember after your Camino's finished. Got to be grateful for everything we get. When I do this Camino again, I'm going to give this albergue a try. It looks really nice. There's only time to grab a quick stamp and then find a supermarket because we're not going to stay for lunch. We're going to push on for another 3 hours to get to where I really wanted to get to, Grajal de Campos. This tiny corridor leads to a chamber where the original wealthy family used to watch the church service, so they didn't have to mix with the commoners.
And this hall is filled out with smoke from the and have you seen the wine on the wall?
Yes, yeah. And coming up towards the end of the Camino, I can tell you I was right. I didn't need a sleeping bag yet again.
Wonderful. So we've got empanada, grilled meats. This is chorizo, con Leon stouts.
Fantastic.
Muy picante.
Open air, side by side, yes, we live in the colors. Floats from the broken and all the colors. Summer love.
Well, good morning everybody and welcome to day 12, my last day of Camino de Madrid. It's a very short day today, 7k. It's a beautiful sunny day and I'm going to miss it again. It's always on the last day, isn't it, where you just don't want it to end. 7k will be done in just over an hour and I'll be back on the French way again. How have I missed that all this time? This is just an hour from Sahagun and it's a beautiful town, Grajal de Campos. It's one worth visiting, folks, if you feel like a little bit of a diversion, for sure.
Tell me all that you've seen, all the colors. Summer love. Memories washed in every shade of green and all the colors. Summer love.
And as I come into Sahagun, not booked anything. So for all the people that are out there on social media saying, oh no, there's nothing available, it's so busy. Well, we'll see, won't we? Because I've either got a bed or I haven't.
Another peach pie sunset view. Sleeping in the afternoon.
This is Municipal Albergue Cluny, which has the office where you get your certificate for finishing Camino de Madrid, and also where I planned to stay for the night, where there was plenty of spare beds.
That's sure something I could use.
That's it, everybody. That's the end of Camino de Madrid for me. I've got to go home now for about 3 weeks, but then I'll be back for Camino Francés. Thank you for sharing the journey with me on this Camino of castles, and hopefully you can watch the Francés now, probably by pressing up here.